Theme tune, theme tune, theme tune, theme tune, theme tune, theme tune.
Hello, and welcome to the first ever edition of Handmade News. My name is Nicola Masters, and I do not own a desk. Since this is the first ever edition, I feel like I should briefly mention last week. There was a lot of fuss made about endangered hedgehogs, so that was kind of a prickly issue. The Welsh Assembly, it turned out, had denied permission for James Bond to be filmed there, which left everybody shaken, but not scared. And healthcare workers who'd come back from Africa, from helping in Ebola hit countries, complained that a lot of members of the public kind of treat them differently. And they were sort of making it clear that you can't catch Ebola unless you're exchanging bodily fluids, so people shouldn't be scared of greeting them, in the street or in their homes. But they have not seen how I greet people. In the news this week, panic all over the world because of a shortage of olives. They had quite a bad season last season, so the harvest wasn't quite what they'd hoped, which basically means that the middle classes have nothing left to eat. On a more serious level, it does actually mean that there's a load of apparently fake olive oil floating around in the market. It's actually quite serious because it's really just the pits. Theresa May, the Home Secretary, set out new proposals this week for tackling extremism. They're basically aimed at anyone who is seen not to adhere to British values, which is kind of worrying because I don't drink Pimm's. I really hate talking about the weather, and I find the royal family quite boring. So basically what I'm saying is if I could come and stay with any one of you, that would be lovely. David Cameron also caused controversy yesterday when he said in an interview that if he was elected for a second term, he wouldn't stand for a third. Which is fair enough, but a lot of people have said that that's, quite presumptuous and arrogant to think that he would even get a second term. And other people have kind of suggested that maybe he made that announcement just to, maybe cover up some dodgy policies, take the attention off what the Conservatives are actually standing for this year. I'm going to be honest, I was the one who said that, but I'm just really proud of it. It sounds really intellectual, so I thought I'd include it. Yay. But yeah, anyway, so this has happened. And actually, in reality, it seemed like he was asked a straight question in an interview and he gave a straight answer, which is, I think, the first time that's ever happened to any politician ever. So it's kind of to be applauded. The really worrying thing for me was that he used an analogy comparing his prime ministerial terms to shredded wheat. He said that 2 are wonderful, but 3 might be a bit too many. And I'm really quite scared that we have someone in power in our government who thinks that shredded wheat are wonderful. Cheers. No. But on the plus side, I really like Cocoa Pops, and I can eat at least 3 of them. So I think I'm probably Chancellor of the Exchequer now. And finally, we're on to technology news. It was recently announced that Internet Explorer is going to be phased out with the introduction of Windows 10. They've actually started doing it now, just because it's going to take so long for it to realise that you want it to do anything. And then there's the freezing and the unfreezing and the error messages, so it's going to take them a while. And parents have raised concerns about the amount of advertising there is on vlogs and the effect that that's having on their children. Because apparently, adverts make people want stuff. Who knew? Anyway, I don't really have a lot to say on the matter. But the one thing I will add is that everyone should try shredded wheat. It's not wonderful, but it'll keep you regular.
Theme tune, theme tune, theme tune, theme tune, theme tune, theme tune.